checking in. Tonight I played with fire some. Wow, I mean, this is my jam. These are the images that I want to do something with. Whether it's using them as source material for paintings or something else, there's just something about fire that I'm just like so totally connected to. And yeah. Oh my gosh, that one, wait a minute. Yeah. So, oh wait. Oh. Wow. Yeah, so these are just the raw images, and I haven't really edited any of them, obviously, or narrowed down any of them, but wow, some of these images are just so moving to me. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know what other people feel when they look at this kind of stuff, but for me it's like, oh my goodness, it's just like this real connection with, oh, another plane. It's so moving for me. Like here, like two beings, a female one and a male one, she's leaning in for a kiss, kind of there. I just see all this beautiful imagery just in these flames. I could name a million images. I mean, well, now I'm exaggerating, but I could point out so many different things that I see in them that I can like read into them, each one telling a complete story and showing just, and you can look at it from different angles and see different things. And yeah, so I did this tonight. I'm like, everyone is amazing, and there are, I think I have like over 500 just from this little ritual tonight. And that's, it's just, I am overwhelmed by just the manifestations of spirit to me like this. So I definitely want to figure out how to share this with the world. To what end, I don't know, but it's so awesome. Alright, that's enough. What else did I do today? I worked more on this, so I did a lot more writing and introspective kind of stuff with this check-in, and I'm supposed to make a plan for the next 90 days of my life and kind of come up with 9 goals with 4 actions to complete the goals for each, and the only ones that I have on here so far. I'm going to take a third day to get through these 2 pages here, because I think it's important. And some of this takes time for me to process. But project is called No Waste, which means use up all the materials that I have here in Connecticut. All the spray paint I bought, and all the frames and canvases and paints and everything. I've got more in New York and I can always get more. So I think in doing this, it's going to really like help the hoarder in me get out of scarcity mode and move into abundance. And I think I'm pretty excited about the possibilities if I could actually accomplish that, because I've got a lot of raw materials here. The next one is appreciate Connecticut and make it last forever, because there are things that I can do here in Connecticut that I wouldn't be able to do in New York, in Brooklyn, so I want to do them while I have the time. The next one is health stuff, and just get healthier before I go back to the city. And then radical transparency, continue that video log, which this is a piece of, with daily check-ins. And I want to figure out how to optimize my descriptions and tags so that I can ideally build an audience. I think the next goal that I'm going to put on here, that I actually had on here when I started the journal, I went through this today and realized that 5 out of these 9 are still semi-relevant, 4 are not relevant at all to me right now. But Patreon, I do want to look into that. The other ones were health, which is always relevant. And then this one was the poetry thing. And this was compile poetry. I kind of accomplished that one since I started writing in this in 2015. Make art reproducible. And then a music project. So I don't know if I'm going to add these to the next 90 days, but yeah, 90 days will pass quickly. I was looking at, where is it? The calendar and just thinking about it, and I've got 3 new pieces due to other Nasty Women shows the first week of March. So I have to do that like this weekend, basically, and into next week, get all that taken care of. And then the New Haven show that I've been volunteering for opens the 2nd week of March, March 8th, March 9th, actually. It opens, 8th is the install. So I'm going to be sheriff of the volunteers for the coverage for all the gallery sits through into April and taking care of that. So that's going to be occupying me a bit. And then it'll be May already. I have another Nasty Women piece too. And then in June, that's the end of Connecticut. I'm going to Vipassana, a silent retreat. And I'm going to pack up life in Connecticut and return to New York. So, I mean, more will appear on these pages, but yeah, just a lot of thinking about that and what I do want to accomplish in my time here. And I'm looking into getting actually like a new DSLR camera so I can like up my photography game, because photography was an important part of my life at one point in time. So it would be good to get back to that. Oh, and the new issue of Professional Artist came. It's like only February here, but this is the April-May issue. So because I subscribe, I get the early copy. And I subscribed to this because I actually went to a Barnes & Noble one day and I sat down with every single magazine related to the arts. And this was the only one that I thought was like truly applicable to living as an artist, because it gives just like calls and suggestions and really for the like fundamentals of turning it into a business and
sustaining yourself on it, it really helps. So I recommend this. And that's it for today. Good night.